All right, you guys, for this next question, I asked you to do it by hand. So let's see if you got the correct answers. We'll start with number 1. And if you look up here, let's just solve for x. We know 3 times x is 18, so x must be 6. I'm going to throw that up in my answer column up there, or row anyway. If I know x is 6, then I'm going to take a look at this second equation. If I know x is 6, then I know 4 times 6, I know 24. So 4 times 6 is 24, plus 6y equals 60. I can figure out what y is here. Subtract 24 from both sides and then divide by 6. Let's see if I can do this in my head. Minus 20 is 40, it's just 36. Oh, so y equals 6. So I'm going to throw that up there. So I have 6 and the 6. And now I'm going to look at this first equation because I'm going to have, let me do it above, 4 times 6 is 24, plus 6 times 6 is 36, plus 5 times z, so I just need to solve for z, equals 70. So 24 and 36 is 60, if I'm doing this correct. It's all in my head. So subtract 60 from each side, you get 5z is equal to 10 divided by 5. Z should be 2. Right? Z should be 2. So if you want the long version of that last one, we had 60 plus 5z equals 70. Subtract 60 from each side, you get 5z equals 10. Divide by 5, z equals 2. So, and it's perfectly okay as long as it's in alphabetical order to write it as a three-digit coordinate point. Okay, so this one, we're going to start off obviously with B. Let's see, B, C, and U. That's a weird letter combinations. Because 5 times B is 10, so B is obviously 2. We'll throw it up here. Then I'm going to come back to this middle equation. So 3 times 2 is 6, plus 6C equals 12. Subtract 6 from each side. 6C equals 6. So C must be 1. Throw that answer up there. And then let's rewrite this third equation. 3 times B is 6, plus C is 1, plus 3U equals 22. So I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides because 6 plus 1 is 7, and that would give me 3U equals 15. So U is 5. So I have 2 and 1 and 5. Okay. And here, let's do it again. 3 times U is 12, so U must be 4. T, U, V, and Y. So they're in alphabetical order. We have U, V, Y. U is 4. When we throw that back into the second equation, 3 times 4 is 12, plus 4V equals 36. Subtract 12 from each side, and divide both sides by 4, so V is 6, so I have 4 and 6. And now I can throw it up in that top equation. Okay, so let's redo this. 4 times U is really 4 times 4, which is 16, plus 3 times V is really 3 times 6, which is 18, plus 2Y, I still don't know what Y is, equals 44. 16 and 18 is, let's see, 34. So 34 plus 2y equals 44. So 2y equals 10. So y equals 5. Okay, there we go. And last one, 6 times v. I think they're in alphabetical order, v, x, y, z. Yep. So v is 3. Put it back into this one. 3 times 4 is 12, plus x equals 16. Subtract 12 from both sides. X is equal to 4. So we have 3, comma, 4, comma, and the last one, we need to redo this one. So 2 times v is really 2 times 3, which is 6, plus 4 times x is really 4 times 4, which is 16, plus 2z equals 24. 6 plus 16 is 22, is that right? Plus 2z equals 24. Subtract 22 from both sides, you get 2z equals 2, so z must be 1. Again, this was all in my head really fast, so please send me a remind and let me know if I got something wrong so I can let everybody else know. All right, almost done, you guys. Okay, so this one's pretty important. I want you to take a look at this because there's going to be one just like it on the final exam for this unit. And the most important part is kind of picking through the words and defining your variables. That's why I said defining your variables in capital letters. An individual wants to use milk and orange juice to increase the amount of calcium and vitamin A in her daily diet. An ounce of milk contains 38 milligrams of calcium and 56 milligrams of vitamin A. An ounce of orange juice contains 5 milligrams of calcium and 60 micrograms of vitamin A. How many ounces of milk and orange juice should you drink each day to provide exactly 550 milligrams of calcium and 1,200 micrograms of vitamin A? So when I say define your variables, what we're looking for is what is the question asking you to find. It's asking you to find how many ounces of milk and orange juice. So if we're just going to use x and y, x is equal to ounces of milk, and y is equal to ounces of OJ. Okay, so milk is x and orange juice is y. Now this, oh, that's weird. It doesn't, the whole table didn't come out. Sorry, guys. Let me slow down here. The table didn't come out here, but what it is saying is that you need 38 whatever of milk, and is that, oh, calcium, 38 milligrams of calcium of milk, so I'd put the x next to the 38, plus, what is it for orange juice? For orange juice, it says an ounce of milk contains 38 milligrams of calcium, vitamin A, an ounce of orange juice contains just 5 milligrams of calcium, so that's here, so plus 5y equals, oh, I see that 550 got put on the bottom, 550. They need 550 milligrams of calcium a day. And then below, I'm sorry, you guys, you can probably figure it out from here, though. Vitamin A, 60 in orange juice. And 50, let's look at the vitamin A. I need to highlight here, you guys. 56 of vitamin A in milk, and orange juice has 60. So 56x plus 60, so 56x plus 60y equals 1,200. So now you can use any of the ways that we learned how to solve a systems of equations. We have a good one set up for just doing elimination. You would multiply, let's see, the top equation by, it'd be easy to cancel out the y's here. If I multiply the top equation by negative 12, that would give me negative 60y. Okay, I'm not going to do this whole thing. I will write down the answers in case you want to do it and check it. You could practice using the matrix on the calculator. Oh, I'm just kidding. I don't have it done. Let me pause and I'll write it down for you guys. Or let's just do it in the, nope, I don't have enough time. I'll pause and write it down for you guys. All right, you guys, so I just really quickly did this answer, and I got x is equal to 13.5, y is equal to 7.4. What that means in this real world situation is that she would need to drink 13.5 ounces of milk and 7.4 ounces of orange juice in order to get 550 milligrams of calcium and 1,200 micrograms of orange juice. Okay, and I'm talking fast because I have 5 minutes to do this last one. So in this last problem, okay, we have, if I'm going to do my variables, y is equal to number of dollars, and x is equal to number of books. So we're going to have two equations. One equation is going to be the cost, or how much money we're spending, and one equation is going to be our revenue, or how much money we are making. Actually, it's not how much money, revenue. I know, you guys, I don't know if this is spelled right. Yeah, it is. Okay. So kind of how much money we're making, but not technically our profit, right? The revenue is how much money we're bringing in. To find a profit, we would have to subtract the cost from the revenue. But for costs, we have, if y is the amount of dollars of our cost is equal to the original $320,000 that we have to spend, plus an additional $31.25 to print every book. Okay, so $31.25 per book per X, and for revenue, we have Y equals. This is a lot easier. We're flat out making $43.75 per book. Okay. So this is set up, if you're going to solve it algebraically, really well to do just a straight up set them equal to each other. 0, do I have enough zeros there? Plus 31.25x equal to 43.75x. I have to pause for 1 second. Okay, my videos can only be 15 minutes. That's why I had to pause it and write all this down. So what I originally did, and you're going to have to pause it and go through it, is I set them equal to each other, and then I did all of my steps, okay, and I found out that x was equal to 25,600, and then I put that back in over here, so y is equal to 43.75 times 25,600 instead of x, so I got y is equal to 1,120,000. So what does that mean in this book? Well, that means if I have a graph, right, and they're going to cross right there. Here's my costs. Here's how much money I'm making, and they're going to cross right there at that point. And what that means is that as long as I sell 25,600 books, I will break even, and the amount of money I break even at is $1,120,000. It takes $1,120,000 in order to make 25,600 books. You break even, and then any books you sell after that, you'll start making money. You'll start making a profit. So I hope that you watch these videos and do some studying, and I look forward to seeing you guys for the test.